Hmm. It's officially that time, guys. It's time for me to do my final college football team overview. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another college football live stream. And like I just mentioned, this is my final team overview essentially ever. Well, not well for the rest of the year. Yeah. Yeah. So, you already know who I'm doing. The team up north. I didn't even put their name in the title because they're not even worthy of being mentioned by me because of course they are our rivals. Of course, you should tell by the thumbnail who that is. And if you don't know who that is, well, you don't watch college football. But I'm not even going to mention them. I'm just going to say they're the team up north. That's all I'm going to say. So we're going to get right into it. What's going on, sports expert? Always in the stream. I love it. But yeah, this team, the team up north, has been playing college football for 130 years, since 1881. And what's funny is, their fans will constantly talk about their national titles, despite the fact that most of those titles came well before television was created. Well, they weren't even in modern times. I'm pretty sure they were even before, like, freaking Woody Hayes was our coach. And Cooper, way before Tressel, too. The last one came in the 90s, though. They love to talk about that one. But yeah, I mean, we've won two since then. So, bums. So yeah, their record is 936, 338, and 35. So yeah, they win a lot of games. Although you look at their schedule and it's like, they play a lot of bad teams. And of course, the Big Ten has gotten a lot better. But it's funny. The majority of those losses have come via against us. They have played in two conferences, the Western and, of course, the Big Ten. They have 42 conference titles, 48 bowl game appearances. They are 21 and 27. They have been ranked in the preseason AP poll 49 times, 61 times in the final AP poll, and they have been ranked for a total of 866 weeks. They play at the, I guess, world famous Michigan Stadium, the big house. Oh, you mentioned their name. Well, that's the name of their stadium. That's not the Team Up North Stadium. But yeah, they play at the big house. That's the real name. That's the name of the place. 106,201. And they play in Ann Arbor. I guess I should just refer to them as bitch again because they've been our bitch for going on a decade. So yeah, that's what I'm going to refer to them as now, from now on. Bitch again. Because they're our bitch again. And again. And again. And again. And again. But yeah, they've been mediocre for a while. Now, let's take a look at their history since they've entered the Big Ten. They entered the Big Ten in 1953, and their coach in their first season with the Big Ten was Benny Obsterban, and they started off with two straight 6-3 records. And then from 1955 until 1958, when Osterban, that's his name, Oosterban. But yeah, from the time that they entered to the time that Oosterban was booted out, they went 6-3 twice, 7-2 twice, 5-3-1 in 57, and then in Benny's final year, they went 2-6-1. Then they brought in Bump Elliott. And by the way, in Oosterban's tenure, they went to the Rose Bowl one time. They had a coach by the name of Fritz Chrysler who went to the Rose Bowl one time. So if you look, that was actually their first bowl game. No, their second bowl game appearance, I think, in their team's history. Yeah, the first was fielding Yost in 1901 when he went undefeated. they'll boast about all these records from like the early 1900s. But you look at their team photos, and they didn't really wear helmets. It was when they wore like leather helmets and stuff. Oh my God, bro. Gotta love them, right? But anyways, Bump Elliott comes in, and like I said, mediocrity. 4-5 in 59, 5-4 in 60, 6-3 in 61, 2-7 in 62, 3-4-2 in 63. They go 9-1 in 64, and they win the Rose Bowl. They go 4-6 in 65, 6-4 in 67, 8-2 in 68. They go back to the Rose Bowl in 69 under first-year head coach Bo Schembechler. He's a legend over there. Yep. I believe that's when we had Woody Hayes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or it was Cooper. I think it was Woody. Yeah. They had some rivalries back then. They didn't like each other, for real. Oh, man. But they went 8-3 in 1970. Wait, hang on. 8-3 in 69. Lost in the Rose Bowl. 9-1 in 70. No bowl game. 71. 11-1. Lost in the Rose Bowl. Then they went 10-1, 10-0-1, and 10-1 again. No bowl game appearances for 3 straight years, from 72 to 74. No bowl games. They won over 10 games. Typical team up north, right? Then they go 8-2-2, lost in the Orange Bowl in 75. 76, they lose in the Rose Bowl with a 10-2 record. In fact, they went 10-2 3 straight years, from 76 to 78. They did not win a bowl game. Bruh. They went on a nice little 5 bowl game losing streak, including in the Rose Bowl 3 straight times, 3 straight years with 3 straight 10-2 records. You would think it was like a glitch when you look at it, but no, it's legit. Then they go to the Gator Bowl in 1979, and they lose there after going 8-4. Bruh. No, they went 8-4. Yeah, they went 8-4 in 79, losing the Gator Bowl. Then guess what, guys? They finally win the Rose Bowl in 1980 after they go 10-2. And then, 81, they go 9-3. They win the Bluebonnet Bowl. Then they go back to the Rose Bowl in 82, and you guessed it, they lose. 82 with an 8-4 record. They lose in the Rose Bowl. 83, they go 9-3, and they lose in the Sugar Bowl. 84, they go 6-6. They lose in the Holiday Bowl. 85, they go 10-1-1. They win the Fiesta Bowl. 86, they go 11-2. They lose the Rose Bowl. God, they just love losing in the Rose Bowl, Damn, that's 87, they go 8-4. They win the Hall of Fame Bowl. And then, oh my God, in 88, they go 9-2-1, and they win the Rose Bowl. Wow, they actually won the Rose Bowl. That's only the second time they've won the Rose Bowl under Schembechler. That's sad, isn't it? Damn. Oh, damn. That sucks. Bruh. Hate to see it. Actually, no, you love to see it. Oh, man. Okay, where am I? Oh, yeah. Guess what? 89, 10-2, back to the Rose Bowl. They lose. Then in 1990, they go 9-3. By the way, Schembechler is then, shown the door. Gary Moeller takes over. They win the Gator Bowl. 9-3. 91, they go 10-2. They lose the Rose Bowl, of course. Of course. New coach. Same old thing. Lose the Rose Bowl. 92, they go 9-0-3, and they win the Rose Bowl. Oh, my God. Wow. Damn, that's crazy. Sheesh, that's insane. Then they win the Hall of Fame Bowl in 93. after an 8-4 record, and then in '94 they go 8-4 and they win the Holiday Bowl. Then Gary Muller's showing the door, and they bring in a guy named Lloyd Carr. Now, this is, I think, when the Team Up North rivalry with us was at its peak, because like these two teams did not like each other, and I think that was actually the one year they beat us. Yeah, 1997, I believe, was the last time they won a national title, if I'm not mistaken, or at least they had a share of it. They went undefeated that year. That was, I believe, Desmond Howard. That was the year he hit the Heisman pose. Yeah. Bruh. They win the Rose Bowl. Oh, yeah, they went undefeated. What do you expect? Next year, 1998, they go 10-3, win the Citrus Bowl. Next year, 1999, they go 10-2, they win the Orange Bowl. Then in 2000, they go 9-3, they win the Citrus Bowl. Then in 2001, they go 8-4, they lose the Citrus Bowl. 2002, they go 10-3, they win the Outback Bowl. 2002, yeah, 10-3, win the Outback Bowl. 2003, they go 10-3, they lose the Rose Bowl, of course. Yep. And then guess what? 9-3, 2004, they lose the Rose Bowl again. 2005, they go 7-5, lose the Alamo Bowl. And then guess what they do in 2006? 11-2, they lose the Rose Bowl. Damn, how many times are they going to lose in the Rose Bowl? Damn. Ooh. Then, in Lloyd Carr's final year in 2007, they go 9-4, and they win the Capital One Bowl. Then they bring in Rich Rodriguez. Yeah. Now, this was the beginning of like great change in that program. And 2008, they go 3-9. 2010, they go 5-7. 2010, they go 7-6. So 3-9, 5-7, and 7-6 in Rich Rodriguez's tenure. Losing the Gator Bowl in 2010. They show him the door. They're like, get out of here, you bum. They bring in Brady Choke. By the way, Choke. And they go to the Sugar Bowl at 11-2 in 2011. And by the way, that was, I believe, the last year they beat us. And we all know the drill, right? Yeah. I think Bowserman was our quarterback, or Braxton was just coming in to being our quarterback. And they still damn near beat us with freaking Luke. Luke Fickell is our freaking coach, bro. Yeah, because then 2012 came up, and this is when we began to beat their ass every year. So, yeah, 2012, they went 8-5, lost to us. They lost the Outback Bowl. 2013, they go 7-6. They lose the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. Then in Brady Choke's final year, they go 5-7, 2014, and he's out of here. Then they make a call to some dude from the NFL named Jim Harbaugh, who had a bit of a falling out with the 49ers, and they brought him over with an insane amount of money and everything. And, you know, Team Up North fans were talking about how they were going to beat us and that, you know, all that good stuff. Like they always talk about, oh, yeah, how's that gone? All right, yeah, they still haven't beaten us. Damn. And, in Harbaugh's first year, they go 10-3. They win the Citrus Bowl in 2015. Lovely. And by the way, that's their last bowl game win. Yeah, they've lost 4 straight bowl games. And they've won 10-plus games, 10 games in Harbaugh's tenure, 3 years, 3 out of the 5 years. Yep, 2016, they lose the Orange Bowl, they go 10-3. 2017, 8-5, they lose the Outback Bowl. 2018, they go 10-3, lose the Peach Bowl. And then this past year, they go 9-4 and they lose the Citrus Bowl. And guess what? They haven't beaten us since we had the sanctions against us. Doesn't that tell you a lot there, though? And we still almost beat them, too. They couldn't beat Urban Meyer no matter how hard they tried. And my guess is that they're not going to be able to beat Ryan Day. I mean, we have a couple coaches from there who legit said that it's completely different environment-wise here rather than there. Like, to them, and these are Team Up North coaches, too, that came over here to be with the good guys. They said, like, we're up here and they're down here. Like, we're on a completely different level when it comes to recruiting. Well, yeah, we sell ourselves. We just look at our recruit and say, hey, you, get over here. I mean, we're probably going to own this series for a very, very long time. I don't know when the next time they're going to beat us. I'm not going to say they're probably never going to beat us because I'm sure they will at some point. I mean, right? They got to beat us at some point. I mean, honestly, right now it's getting kind of boring. I mean, dang. How many senior classes have they had that have not beaten us at all? I mean, it's so funny, too. Every year you hear these big-chested freshmen from there talk about, oh, yeah, we're going to, beating Ohio State is one of my ultimate goals. Bro, if I was like Chase Winovich or Donovan Peoples-Jones or any of these other past, like, Team Up North alumni, I would, maybe contact that dude and say, bro, we were barking up that tree every year. It's easier said than done, I mean, the game, as they call it, it's looking a lot like what the Browns-Steelers rivalry has been looking like. To where no matter how hard you try, you just can't beat us. You try everything in the world, and you just can't beat us. And you know why? It's because we're just that damn good. I mean, if I was a recruit going there, I'd be like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to go there anymore. It's like, why? Because they can't beat Ohio State. You can't. You have not been to the Big Ten title game because you can't beat us. I mean, at some point they will, I'm sure, right? Right? Imagine, somehow, imagine this happens, right? Harbaugh, let's say, stays there for a while, and Day is there for a while, let's say. And let's say the entire time Harbaugh is there, he does not beat us. I don't know how long he'll be there. I'm sure at some point he'll get tired of the ass kickings and he'll leave. I'm sure at some point a team from like the NFL will probably come calling him and offer him like a freaking, have an army of freaking Brinks trucks lining up outside his house. But I don't know, man. I mean, at some point you got to feel like, you think he's tired of the beatings yet? Every year. It's like deja vu. It's like Groundhog Day for him when it comes to the game. I mean, all this hype goes around the game, and then we just go out there and kick their butt every year. They can't stop it either, no matter how hard they try. And the thing is, the way our team is looking this, for these next like 5 or so years, the forecast is not looking too good for the team up north when it comes to beating us. Unless they get lucky or something, you never know. But, oh, man, because with the talent that we're bringing in, we're bringing in some top tier, upper echelon talent, bro. Forecast is not looking good. It's looking bleak for the team up north. And the way I see it, they can't even think about a freaking Big Ten title until they beat us, and they can't beat us. Let's just be real. So, yeah. Anyways, let's take a look at their schedule. So they actually did beat Mid Tennessee State last year, week 1, 40-21. I mean, they escaped against Army. Army damn near beat them. I've always said, like, don't sleep on Army. Army's that kind of team that will beat these big dogs, and they almost did it to the team up north last year. They almost did it. I think they had a chance to win the game, and they missed a field goal, I think. They had a bye week. They lose to Wisconsin. No surprise there. They smashed Rutgers. Honestly, I'm going to roast the Big Ten, right, a little bit. How did we let Rutgers get in the Big Ten? No cap. How did we get them in the Big Ten? How did they get in here? Did they sneak in the back door? Did they steal someone's identity? How did they get in? Did they do the Jedi mind trick? Let us in. No. How did we let them in? I mean, yeah, they were good a couple of years ago, but they haven't been good since. They're like the doormat of the Big Ten. I mean, Maryland has done more things than them. Of course, Rutgers, I guess, is shown to be more of like a basketball-ish school, kind of like Maryland. But yeah, when it comes to football, that was a bad choice, Rutgers coming over here, because you're literally the whipping boy for all of us big dogs out here. Then you got Iowa. I mean, of course, the team up north smashed Rutgers. No surprise, 52-0, brah. Then they barely beat Iowa, 10-3. You did beat Illinois, which is, I mean, whatever. I mean, Illinois did look good last year. They did beat Sparty, and they did escape against Wisconsin with a big dub. So that's impressive. They lose to Penn State, of course. I may not like Penn State, but I love it when they beat our rivals. That's awesome. They beat, Sparty and all them. Because then they'd be like, we kicked their ass. And be like, look, we did what you couldn't do. Ha ha, bum. Then they beat the crap out of Notre Dame. 45-14. Then they smashed Maryland 38-7. Yeah, cool, whatever. Then they had a bye week. And then they dismantled Sparty, whatever. They crushed Indiana, and then they took their annual prostate exam by Ohio State. Yeah, every year they just walk in. It's like your yearly appointment, your yearly physical. They walk in the door. We say, okay, bend over, put your pants down. Time to get. And after that, we take our freaking steel toe size whatever boot, and we just punt them back to wherever they came from. Okay, bye. See you next year. Yep. It's been like over 3,000 some days since they beat us. Bruh. And then, of course, they went to the Citrus Bowl and they lose to Alabama. Hate to see it. So let's look at this here. So week 1, they play Washington. Okay, so they see us playing Oregon. They're like, they're playing Oregon. Let's play Washington. I think Washington's going to kick the crap out of them, knowing how they play. But who knows? That'll be a tough game. That should be a good one. Then they got Ball State. Then Arkansas State. Lovely. Then you got Wisconsin again. Then, Penn State and Sparty, of course. Then you got Minnesota. Ooh, Minnesota. Would not be shocked to see Minnesota beat the crap out of the team up north. That'd be great. Then you got Purdue. And I'm not sleeping on Purdue. Brum's got that team looking good. Of course, Rondale Moore, I think, will be back. So that'll be a good team to watch. Keep an eye on. And again, it wouldn't surprise me if Purdue came into the big house and, maybe took you down one peg. Then you got, you got the freaking doormats, whatever. You got Maryland, you got Rutgers. Ooh. Then you got Indiana, okay, whatever. And then you got, again, like I said, your annual prostate exam against us. And by the way, it's in Ohio Stadium. And hopefully we have fans because that would be awesome. But, fans or not, it doesn't matter. Either way I see it, we're going to do what we always do. Yeah. Even your best effort isn't good enough. Because no matter what they do, they can't beat us. But yeah, I could see them, maybe winning 10 games again. At best, probably usual, probably 10-3. At worst, probably 8 wins. But it'll be interesting to see what the Wolverines look like. Maybe they're actually put up, a fight against us. I mean, every once in a while they'll put up a fight and we still win. But there has been a couple times where we've escaped with our dignity. Like a couple years ago when they were literally driving to beat us. I think it was when they had Denard Robinson. I think, and no, was it Denard Robinson? I can't remember if it was him or not. It was somebody. I know that. Yeah, can't remember. It was. Yeah, when we picked them off right when they were getting ready to go in the end zone. That was the closest I think we've come to losing to them. And then, of course, you had that game a couple years ago, the infamous, JT Barrett game when they thought JT was short, but he was actually right across the line, overtime, and that was actually the closest I think we've come to losing. But yeah, Maya was not going to let us lose that game. Yeah, but yeah, I could see these guys losing maybe 3 games, 4, who knows. Not like it really matters. They're probably going to underachieve again anyway. It's just usually the way it is with these guys. They hype up their season every year and then they come out flat. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. They're not going to really. I think they'll be fighting for the Big Ten, like second place, but they ain't going to beat us. They ain't going to catch us. That's for sure. At least as far as I know. What do I know? I can't wait for football season, man. But yeah, that is essentially going to wrap it up for this live stream, guys. And yeah, exactly, Jay. New York TV market owned. Yeah, that's why. It's because of New York. That's the only reason why I say. It's like when they said, "Why are you here?" They're like, "New York TV market." Okay, so what does that do for us? Like, are you at least going to be competitive? Talking to Rutgers. I mean, they're only competitive in what? Lacrosse, soccer, fencing. Like, really? Really? You're literally, you're like, how like occasionally, um, like big dog teams will schedule cupcake teams. They pay them money and, because it helps out that school, like small schools. You'll see it a lot. Or like small schools, like FCS teams, if they need funds to keep their program running, they'll schedule like big dog teams. It's essentially you're paying us to whoop your butt. You're getting like, I'll give you like, it's like we'll give you like $1 million if you let us kick your ass. Essentially, you're paying to get your ass kicked to keep your program running. Yeah. Well, for some reason we got one of those in our conference, so we play them almost every couple of years. Now there has been a couple of times where they have put up a fight, but you want to know something? Like, you look at our history with them. Now, we haven't really played. I'm shifting gears to talking about Rutgers mainly because, I was just thinking about it. Let's see here. Rutgers, Ohio State, football history. All right. So this is where I'm going to pretty much wrap it up right here. But looking at the Winsipedia, we are undefeated, 6-0. And it's like you look at like the winning percentage and stuff, it's insane. Like 56-17 in 2014, 49-7 58-0, 56-0, 52-3, 56-21. You notice a trend? You notice a trend between these two teams? We have scored over 50 points in almost every game. And in the one game we didn't, we scored 49. And they let these guys in the Big Ten. I mean, you look at Maryland. Maryland gave us all a heart attack a couple years ago. At least Maryland is semi-competitive in football. They actually have really good players. I think they're going to be a really good team like this year, next year. Rutgers, they tried to take one of our coordinators and it epically backfired. And I think they're going back with the Shiano experience again, trying to relive the glory days. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at the Maryland-Ohio State rivalry. Let's see how competitive this one is. Of course, 6-0. And let's see the scores of these games. Largest margin of victory, 62-3. 52-24, 49-28, 62-3. Damn. 62-14. Damn. And 52-51, 73-14. And you know what's funny about that game this past year? 73-14. They were talking about it in the broadcast, of course. I don't think I didn't stream this game because I had work. But I heard on a highlight clip, I guess the Terps were talking a little crap about the year before. So Ryan Day was being super petty, and we scored. And this dude legit, I don't know if it was after we scored or maybe even opening kickoff, this dude literally did like a onside kick. Ryan Day he's a savage. He's like, you're not getting this ball, you bums. You're going to talk crap about us. You're not going to give us respect. Literally, we've scored, again, damn near over 50 points every single game. The one game we didn't, you guessed it, 49-28. Now, of course, 2014, they had Randy Edsall as their coach. Mike Loxley was their coach in 2015. 2016, DJ Durkin. We all know about him. Not even going to say it. 2017, DJ Durkin. Matt Canada, 2018. That was the one year they actually posed a threat to us. They damn near beat us. Honestly, I think they should have beaten us. Freaking, who was it? The running back freaking ran like all over us. Pissed me off. Armstrong. Was it Armstrong? No. Damn it. Anthony something, man. I can't even think of his name. His name escapes me. I think his dad is his name literally escapes me. McFarland. Yeah, Booger. That's Booger's son, I think. He had Booger, the freaking one with the wacky looking hands. Oh my God. But yeah, Anthony McFarland absolutely destroyed us in that game. And they still couldn't beat us. We were getting our asses whooped in that game. No lie. We couldn't stop him. Especially McFarland. We couldn't stop McFarland. He was the reason we're losing that game. And then all of a sudden, we just turned up and we came right back and scored like crazy, and we beat him by 1 point. And we only beat him because their receiver, I don't think, was looking for the ball. Their quarterback missed a wide open receiver in the end zone. Bruh. And then you know what happens the year after that? Or 2 years after that? Or yeah, a year after that? We dropped 73 on them. No big deal. And it's kind of funny because they brought back Mike Loxley. The last time he was with them, we whooped them 49-28. And honestly, we would have done more damage to him, but I think the starters were out by like halftime. But hey, you don't talk trash about us because my coach is petty like that. He's a savage like that. He'll pull out some crazy stunts like freaking, what was it? Oh my God, bro. Onside kicking out of nowhere. Hey, that's what he does. That's cool. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. And I will actually be going live in a little bit to talk about the Indians. Yeah, I'm gonna do a double live stream. Should be fun. So I'll see you guys in like 5 minutes for my next live stream. I'm gonna be talking about the Indians. So hope you guys tune in for that. But that's gonna wrap it up for this live stream, and I will see you in like 5 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Indians 60-man roster, the player pool, and all that good stuff. So until then, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Buckeyes. And I'm out.